Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a new movie review on this new spy action film that just came out today. And of course, tonight, I'm here to review The Amateur. Yep, so The Amateur is the new action spy film starring Rami Malek and Lawrence Fishburne. So this movie is also based on a novel published in 1981, and believe it or not, this movie is actually the second film adaptation to the novel published in the year 1981, and that there was actually an 80s version which came out the same year the novel was published, and of course the 1981 movie was based in Canada, and I actually watched it on Hulu back in March, and I quite liked it. So. And excuse me if I'm clearing my throat so much, it's allergies. But anyway. So when I first saw trailers to the new Amateur, it did look pretty cool from the trailer, seeing like Rami Malek playing a spy in this movie. And then yeah, and of course I just got out of seeing the movie tonight with my dad and Uncle Charles, and so in this movie, we follow a guy named Charlie Heller, or in this case, I'm just gonna call him Charlie. You know, Rami Malek plays a character named Charlie, and so he's a CIA decoder whose world comes crashing down when his wife dies in a London terrorist attack. When his supervisors refuse to take action, his intelligence becomes the ultimate weapon, and he embarks on a dangerous trek across the globe to track down those responsible. And the story is kind of weak in some ways, because like the story is kind of weak and kind of predictable, because it's basically like one of those action spy films that kind of has a similar story of how a random guy's wife gets killed in a terrorist attack, and of course he has to go out and beat the crap out of the bad guys responsible for the murder of his wife. Like, the aspects in those types of things were done better in prior films to this. But anyway, so my overall thoughts on The Amateur, I actually, like, despite the mix of positive reviews from critics, like, so far this movie's at 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. But, in my opinion, I kind of like The Amateur, because I actually kind of like this version of The Amateur from like 2025 that just came out today. I actually quite liked it for the most part. It was pretty good, and it was also pretty decent as well. And I think when it comes to the action sequences, they tend to be like hit or miss for me. But like I said, like I just mentioned before, the story is weak and predictable since the aspects to this movie were done better in prior films. But I gotta say, the acting performances are still good as well. Because I gotta say, I liked Rami Malek playing a spy in this film as well. Because I think Rami Malek was actually pretty good in the film. Because I liked him in Bohemian Rhapsody, and of course I also really liked him in No Time to Die. And Lawrence Fishburne was also pretty good in the film too. He was cool in the film. I think the way his character looks in this film, it kind of reminds me of his character from The Matrix in some ways. Yeah. Yeah, and considering the fact that this is a movie from 20th Century Fox Studios, and the movie's rated PG-13 too. And yeah, the movie's not really considered to be that violent, because considering the fact that this movie's rated PG-13, there's not really going to be that much violence in this film. And and when I was watching the movie, there was hardly any swearing. Of course, I mean of course there's a few swear words here and there, but since this is PG-13, there was not really that much swearing in the film. Yeah. Because I know this movie's not meant to be like over the top or something, because it's basically like, and I almost forgot to mention, like Rami Malek's character Charlie in the film, he kind of almost reminds me of those of Jason Bourne from like Matt Damon's character from the Jason Bourne like Bourne Identity movies, which I actually still haven't watched yet, but maybe at some point whenever I get a chance to check them out, I might check them out at some point because I actually went to that new stunt show in Universal Studios Orlando back in February, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool stunt show, and yeah, I enjoyed it. But all that aside, overall, I thought The Amateur was a decent film, like I just said, and yeah, overall, it's a pretty good movie. So I'm gonna rate The Amateur 3.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it's not as good as the '80s movie, but it was decent for the most part. It's just a good enough movie. So there you have it, guys. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for my movie review on the 2025 Amateur, and that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and also make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.